Hey Virgo, welcome back. Welcome back. It's Kelly from House of Virgo. So we're going to take a look at what other messages you need to know. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Please consider subscribing. Put a like on the video if you enjoy my readings. And personal reading link is in the description box below. As well will show up a link at the end of the video. Okay, so Virgo, what do you need to know going through the rest of March? To begin with, you've got the Two of Swords, Virgo, so you are definitely in some kind of decision-making mode. Feels like, again, making some kind of decision, whether or not you want to compromise or make a deal. Okay. There is an energy of really feeling mentally broken in regards to this decision. It feels like it's a tough decision for you, Virgo. It could involve imprisonment, mental imprisonment, or just it could be you feeling imprisoned and needing to make this decision, or needing to make a compromise to get out of this mental struggle that you might be having. It could be a self-imposed mental struggle where you might be feeling victimized in some way, and perhaps needing just to get out from under, and coming to this place where gotta decide, so you don't feel trapped or stuck. I'm seeing in these two cards here, a lot of like webbing. It could be something to do with the internet, some decision you need to make online or regarding an online connection, or something to do with that. Not wanting to see something. Both figures on these cards are blindfolded. And it feels like you're trying to maybe release shackles of some sort that you feel you're stuck with. This is interesting, Virgo. Let me see. Okay, Knight of Wands. Wow. You're in a hurry. I feel like this is... it's almost maybe an impulsive decision that you're going to make, or you want to make, because I feel like you're suffering from something. And there's a sense of a desperation to break free. That Knight of Wands energy is very much like needing freedom, needing to break free. There's a desire. You can't dance in the sunlight. You want to be light. I feel like you're needing this lightness to come over you. And there's the World. Yeah. Major change. Major shift. Done with this lesson, I'm hearing. It's kind of like when you're at the end of something that you've been in for such a long time, and let's say it, for example, like school. You want to get the semester over, you're so close, and you just kind of want to like push it quicker so you could just get out of this, so you could be free. That it's kind of that energy. It could be maybe getting through some kind of schooling or some kind of situation. It's a strong need to be like so done with this, or like when you're almost at the end of your pregnancy and it's like, it's dragging on. There's only like 2 more weeks left. You just want to be done with this. This is kind of, but in a lot of ways, you can't force it. And so it's like, you're just at the end here. You're just at the end, and I feel like you're trying to find ways to hurry something up, to just like break free, start over, turn the page, get this thing done with, completed. You're ready. I feel like you're ready, Virgo. You're ready to go with something. Okay, get the 9 of Wands, Virgo. I mean, seriously, the persistence is off the charts here. You're so determined to complete something. And there's a Knight of Swords. There's so much movement. You might even be forcing a situation. Kind of like, it's the old saying where, Spirit's going to move you when it's time to move. And Virgo's like, I'm not waiting. Virgo's like, I am not waiting. I already know. I don't need to drag this out anymore. I'm running. My motorcycle's out there at the end of the yard, and it's waiting for me to hop on to get going. You won't, like you're ready to take flight. You don't want to wait. You're looking at the clock. You know, it's almost time to clock out or be done with this thing. It feels frustrating for you. I'm feeling like some frustration here. You know, you're like, school's not out yet, and you're standing by the exit door waiting for that bell to ring so you can bolt. Oh, wow, Virgo, where are you going? Oh, yeah, you got the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is okay, so this is going to be a love reading, right? And I was giving you some examples, but, you know, there is some kind of heartbreak pain that you're done with feeling. You don't want to feel this pain anymore. You don't want to feel the loss anymore. Maybe you're dealing with some kind of depression and you're just like sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. You're so ready to go. You're so done with these heartbreaking situations in your life as well. For some of you, this is like surgery. Like it's almost there, and you just, can we just hurry this up? You might be calling and be, you know, calling the office and like, is there any cancellations? Can we move this up? Can we move this? Virgo, you're in a hurry to be done with something here, just to get on with your life, to start over. Yeah, see, Five of Cups. There's some kind of heartbreak and loss that you may be carrying around, maybe some grief. They're just like, don't want to feel it anymore. You don't want to be in this grief situation. And for some of you, you might purposely be dragging this out, you know? Some of you might have done a little self-reflection and just like, you know what? Let me stop hanging on to this and making this determined decision to be happy in your life overall. I feel like you want to plant roots or seeds to have this growth to start in your life. Is this about anyone in particular, Virgo? Let's take a look. Page of Wands. It's someone who communicates with you. It's a very immature energy. There's someone who reaches out to you with all these grand ideas about your relationship or about a connection. It could be a Leo. Tell you they have really strong feelings for you. Oh, but there's a devil. Capricorn? But this is the temptation. So, you know, you got some kind of connection with someone that might be difficult to get away from because of the devil energy. And there's communication that comes in from this person where they get really excited about the plans or the passions. They feel inspired. They have this urge to reach out to you, and they feel real strong, and they even may say that they can't let you go. And there might be some kind of, it feels oppressive from your point of view. And it feels like you just want to be free of this, whether that's just mentally or physically. And there's something holding you, like you're tethered to it. Energetically, you have an energetic chain. Page of Cups and the Five of Swords, yeah. Okay, there's an energy of someone here who can be very loving and then does a cutoff. It's got you desperate to break free. Desperate to move on. And I see in March that you're pushing for it now. You're just either you've already done it, or you're just so tired of having this Eight of Swords, restrictive energy in your life. You might just feel isolated or imprisoned. Or this person might give you cause to feel that way. Because of this Five of Swords, there's a little bit of a, abusive situation here. Someone who, they don't want you to be free. It stresses them out. They don't want you to be free. Maybe every time you try to get free, they kind of swing back in. Yeah, with this Ten of Cups. They give all this love and stuff, right? And then the Tower, they break it down. And then they sabotage or destroy it. Looks, Virgo, to me like you are kind of like, no, get out, don't call, don't come over, do not reach out. I feel like you're, is it an escape? Is it running away? I don't feel like it's running away into the unknown. It feels like you just want to be out of this mental restriction of some sort so that you can be free and happy and joyous and all of that energy. This person that reaches out to you tends to have a lot of like fantasy ideas, but at the same time, they also tend to sabotage or cut the relationship off if I feel like somebody objectifies you or sees you as like a fantasy. It's not grounded in reality. Their view of you. And once you become real and trying to be close to them and have that bond, then they sever the relationship. Because no, puppets don't come to life. That's weird. My fantasy can't be in my world. My fantasy cannot be a part of my everyday. My fantasy needs to stay where my fantasies stay. My ideology of Virgo, my visions of Virgo cannot be distorted. They cannot be, because once Virgo becomes real, then it no longer becomes a fantasy. That's the mental torture. Did you even know? Yeah, look at this person. There's a mommy issue or a daddy issue here. I'm going to tell you right now. With this other person. Which is weird. Somebody's trying to resolve their issues, past issues with one of their parents through your relationship with you. And the minute mommy or daddy becomes a disciplinarian or cries or becomes vulnerable or shows feeling, I don't know, this person needs a sex doll or something because they're not real. But you are a full, real human being who has feelings, who has thoughts, who has desires, who has convictions. A child looks at their parent and thinks at a young age that their parent is everything, completely perfect. And I feel like that's how somebody views you due to this magical thinking. And you might have said to yourself, this person does not see me. They don't see me, who I am. And when you try to show yourself and all your flaws and all your imperfections and all your wonderful traits, then you become too human for them. And that's probably why they pull away or they sabotage. Well, this is psychological as F. Virgo just wants to be free. Look, you just want to be in the light. You want to be in the sun. You want to be able to channel your energy in healthy ways. The sun, the vitamin D, the nourishment, the life-giving energy. You want to be able to dance in the meadows and just be who you are and just be. I don't see you want to change. I don't see you want to fit this person's idealism or view of you. I don't see you want to do that for anyone. I feel like you're comfortable in your skin. And if someone isn't comfortable with you, then they can take a hike. I feel like you just want to be you without trying to live up to another person's expectations of, keeping silent, not being able to communicate or express how you feel. This person cannot handle that because mommy or daddy is a perfect entity. This person, basically, I feel like what I'm telling you is very immature. It's what I said. They're kind of like arrested development of some sort. Yep. A lot of deceit. And this person's a runner, and it looks like now you're running. And you're just like, oh, you've had it. I feel like you've had enough. You just want to move forward. And so you will. Because you have this itch. The thing about the Empress, the majority of the Empresses have stretch marks, which are battle scars for everything that she has gone through, how she sacrificed her entire body to give birth, okay? And it's literally or figuratively. Your imperfections are what make you wonderful. And then I see you embracing them, bearing it all in the sunlight. Yep, this is me. Take it or leave it. It's not good enough for you. Adios. You want to be accepted fully for who you are, even on your worst days, and not punished for not being perfect. So what's the future hold here for you, Virgo? You got a King of Swords coming in. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Definitely Aquarius showing up in your future. Once you break yourself free from this. No, it's not your ex coming back. I was asking what's coming in the future. This is a new beginning with the Fool. A new path, a new adventure, a new beginning in your life. And this person, this King of Swords, masculine or feminine, is all we always say, will be significant in your life. Why? Because the Hangman, they're going to help you see. They're going to speak to you in ways that's going to open up a whole new world for you. Okay? Because the Hangman is an energy of having a different perspective. And this is what they're going to bring to the table. And it's not just about you being free. This person is very intelligent, highly. They might even have a high IQ. But they're someone who, they're giving me a vibe of someone who's kind of like a humanitarian. They care, they're community oriented. They're not selfish. They're not all about themselves, this person. They are a communicator. Yep, community, friendship, support. I feel like this person will have a positive effect on you. Now, could they be coming in romantically? Sure. Could they be coming in as a friend? Yes. Could they be coming as someone that you make a new friend with? Could they be coming in or just showing up in your life, not romantically, but from the past? It could be a brother or a sister. It could be someone like a mentor as well. I feel like there's an opening of your heart. There's something here about you getting in touch with your feelings. And they teach you how to nurture yourself, how to have tolerance for yourself and compassion. healing, a lot of supportive energy, and get back in touch with your empathy. And mostly for yourself. Yeah, and then there is a potential. Listen, Virgo, I kind of feel like you already know what you need to do. And I feel like March is fully going to be the month where you're emotionally finished with something. Some of you might even already be physically away from it. Some relationship or connection. But the mental aspect, it's still ruminating a little bit. And I feel like that's the part that you are trying to be done with. And it's coming soon. I know you're trying to rush it, but everything kind of happens the way it happens. I kind of feel like once the heart's finished, the head eventually is like, yeah, we know. Because especially for, well, let me not say just specifically the sexes, but I know for women it is tendency to be more of a emotional thing than men. Men are pretty logical. They have emotions, but men are really able to reason things out a lot. Us ladies, we're kind of like, yeah, but my heart, and guys are like, yeah, right, your heart. But, it's a credit to both. Okay, it's a credit to both. But, Virgo, I feel like if you're in that position in your life where you feel like, well, if I let this go, there won't be any love potential opportunities for that in the future. Well, I mean, you might be in this, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Well, obviously not. Familiarity breeds contempt. And it can. And I feel like there's something here going on with you where I want to break free. Isn't that Queen? I think that's a Queen song. I feel it. I'm feeling it for you, Virgo. Yeah, see, you want to plant some seeds. Start over. Growth. Beautiful. So yeah, love. The opportunity for a new love thing to come into your life, don't worry. It will come. Virgo, I see you actually getting free of this and focusing on your own growth and what you can create in your life versus committing to anybody else or committing to anything other than that. It looks like the first task for you is to plant seeds. Planting those seeds, when those roots go deep, there's stability. And especially when dealing with someone who is idealizing you, this is fantasy, this is grounding. You might even be saying to yourself, wow, you don't want to be somebody's fantasy. You want grounding, you want to place roots, you want to put your roots down somewhere in your life going forward. I mean, or just dig them even deeper than where you're at now. So you're on a good path here, Virgo. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. There's the star. Hope, healing, renewal of your faith, a sense of hope. I said that. The inner clarity. I mean, listen, let me just tell you something. Somebody has you so high up on a pedestal that you're almost untouchable. Whoever this person is that you were dealing with. I mean, I don't feel like anybody has even come close. You represented the full of everything that they dreamed of. But you're just... It's like you're in some kind of spirit form. Like you are so magical to this person. Nobody else compares. But on the flip side of that, it's like you're so magical they don't even want to touch you. Because then you become real and then perhaps you lose your magic. Virgo, listen. I think this person is not in your league, whoever you're dealing with. you really are in a league of your own, Virgo. And they know it. But it also comes with isolation and loneliness, and I don't feel like you want that. And that is how they live. Isolation, is that a word? Isolated and lonely. They might even have an idea that they are so great that they think they deserve you, but they don't, and they know that they don't. And maybe even chipped away at your self-esteem, making you feel like you weren't deserving of their love. But it's actually the other way around. And they just didn't want to tell you, so much so that they don't feel like they deserve you. But they don't want to lose you because you're too good to lose. So you end here with the Two of Wands, at least as far as these cards go, where you do make that physical decision, You make that choice. Okay, because I feel like in the beginning you were kind of like, oh, do I need to compromise, or do I need to make a full-on decision? Do I need to block? Do I need to get out of this? Or do I stay and just compromise? Or maybe I'm not doing enough, or maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I need to do better or do more. Virgo, I feel like you kind of come to terms with, it's not me, it's you, buddy. This is not me, this is you. Never dim your light for people who are too afraid to shine their own. That's not why you were put on this earth here. You were put on the earth to shine, and everybody is. But if someone's too fearful to be open and vulnerable, because to make that connection and that bond and to open up the heart, what's inside? When we open up our heart, it's just this pumping muscle of gore, and it's also life-giving energy. And, people are too afraid to open themselves up to show that they're human. Because to be human means to err. And someone here has a perfectionist issue going on within themselves, and it's holding you to a standard that, like, you got to be their mother or their father or something, and that's like so not even appropriate. Okay? At all. In a relationship, in a love relationship, there has to be harmony and reciprocity and two people choosing to be together and becoming stronger because of their togetherness. It should not be off balance. Sure, we all take turns now and then, but it should never be inequality in a harmonic relationship. Harmonic? So it looks like you make this decision really here. And I see you like kind of sitting, I don't know if you're like sitting out back or you're sitting outside and there's glass light bulbs, string of lights, maybe having some wine or drinking a beer, or you're just kind of looking out at the sea or at the fields. It's like dusk. The sun's going down a bit, the weather's getting a little warm, and the thoughts are occurring to you. There's more out there. I don't have to stay here. I don't have to be here. I don't have to. I'm not obligated. And that's what you come to. I don't need to compromise. I'm not going to compromise who I am. Did you ever see that Eartha Kitt? Somebody interviewed her and asked her, would you compromise? I think it was to get married or to live together. And she said, compromise? What's there to compromise? She made a big laugh about it. Compromise? I shouldn't have to compromise who I am in order for someone to accept me. Absolutely not. You should look it up. It's all over YouTube, or you can get it on TikTok or whatever, but it's true. You don't compromise who you are. In other words, take a back seat in order to be loved. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Be who you are. Stand in your Stand in your firm sense of self. And if you're not sure who that is, find out. It is. You're already there. You haven't been lost. Okay, Virgo. It's just a lot of junk piled on top of it, and you need to clear away that clutter to bring it back out again. It's not gone, who you are. It's just buried. And once you start clearing away all that clutter, that excess garbage that's hanging off you like sandbags on a balloon, you begin to lift and rise and become lighter and become free. And then, as that begins to happen, your self-esteem increases, your confidence increases, your love for yourself, your healthy love for yourself increases. And that becomes attractive to the right person. Because I suspect that whoever you were dealing with here you are not at your best. And that's why you accepted them. Because you probably felt like, this is probably all the best I'm going to be able to do at this point. You were probably feeling really down on yourself. And you were accepting things that you didn't deserve. You're nobody's parent. Don't ever put yourself in that. A healthy partner never wants a parent for a partner. Only the unhealthy, only the insecure have abandonment issues or issues unresolved from their childhood, and then trying to resolve them with one of their parents or caretakers through their relationships. And whenever that person that they're trying to resolve can't fix it, they wind up leaving them and going to another. They just keep repeating the pattern over and over and over. And it doesn't get resolved until they just stop and turn inward and go, what the hell am I doing? What's going on? There might be a lack of, an inability, I should say, to self-reflect. You got caught up in a spider's web. Like I said here, look at all the webbage, the webbing. You got caught up in somebody's web. All right, get out of it. Break free. There's the death card. Kill this thing. So you can be born again. Rebirth. Yeah, and it's going to happen. Okay, it's going to happen. It's just either you can fast track it and just kind of lace up your boots and say, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I'm just going to start taking steps towards my freedom. Or you can wait for spirit to come in and say, okay, let's go. It's time to go. Depends. How much grieving do you want to do? You can still feel feelings for someone and not want to be with them at the same time. That's totally normal. You could have 2 feelings or 3 feelings happening simultaneously. You don't have to wait for one to resolve and another to begin. We don't live in this perfect world. You can love someone and keep boundaries. But love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive and will attract partners who are healthy. Because when you're healthy and someone who is unhealthy comes in, the only reason you would accept them is because you're not healthy. A healthy person, mind, body, and spirit, a securely attached person, is going to look at someone that comes in who's severely insecure or severely detached or avoidant or extremely anxious, is going to look and say, whoa, 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 what's going on? You all right? What's happening here? Because this doesn't feel comfortable. The only reason people accept those types of people in their lives are the ones who are still broken themselves. And that starts the snowball of a toxic relationship. And not only affects you, it affects children, grandchildren, friends, family. It's like toxicity, right? Toxic fumes being released in the air will spread. It just gets into everything. It permeates. So be what you want to attract in your life, Virgo. Be the person you want you want to attract into your life. And that's why there's intention setting is necessary. Yeah, see, there's something here, this past life connection, a past life relationship, or just this past relationship. There might have been a familiarity when the connection was made, because of unhealed childhood wounds. Two people who were trying to resolve their past issues with each other before they ever met. You know, it happens. We got to come in whole. Virgo, get out there and live your life. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And if you're already doing that, wonderful. Lightheartedness. Your love life, for some of you, might be like a drag right now. For others of you, it's like freaking amazing. I get it. And you're just here just for the entertainment, which is fine. Kudos to you. But for those of you where it's like, because I see you guys leave comments. I see there's nobody. There isn't anybody. I'm doing all the work, right? Don't worry. Be patient with yourself. Your love life will ascend to a higher level of commitment with someone who's good for you, who's happy, who has a good disposition. I was seeing that King of Swords, masculine or feminine, showing up in your future. So that's a positive. Doesn't mean you have to, let's just try to like take things as they come, right? Cross bridges when you get to them, Virgo. Keep life simple. Don't worry about things. Don't fret over things. Just stay present. Stay mindful of what you need to do. And you know what? Other thing I got to tell you, Virgo, being single is not a bad thing. If you are one of those Virgos like, you know what? I enjoy being solo. Because there are pluses and benefits to that as well. But I don't really think people are meant to be solo. I think we are all meant to be on some level attached healthy to each other. We all need friends. I mean, even some of you might not even have any friends, but you have a pet. It's the same thing. It's making an attachment to a living thing. And I don't feel like humans were meant to be like, what's his name? Candleless? Chris Candleless? I think that's his name. Look it up. He was a man that just felt like he didn't need anybody. I think that's his name. Candle S or something. He was a man that didn't need anybody. Oh, he had people popping in and out of his life, but he didn't need to make those deep connections. He couldn't. He just was like, I'm better off on my own. And he went through his whole life, and he went on some kind of adventure off into the wilderness somewhere by McCandless, I think his name is. And he went off into somewhere by himself. And then he came across some trouble, and he needed help, but he had pushed everybody away. Even the love of his life, the girl that just was absolutely head over heels for him, would do anything for him, and he was just like, no, I can't. And then when he got into some trouble and he needed help, he couldn't get back to get help, and he wound up all alone, and his life just ended, No man is an island. And I don't know if there's a Virgo here that's like, no, I'd rather go live on an island. Well, you might feel that way temporarily, which is fine. I think everybody goes through that, but I feel like you want more, and I feel like the reason you want more is because you know that you deserve the good, healthy, supportive, healing, nurturing relationship in your life, And you might need to forgive yourself or this person to help you move forward. But you're being asked to try something you've never done before. Maybe, Virgo, this might be it. Maybe you've gone around and around and around with someone in your life, and just when you think it's done, you guys pick back up again and you're on the roller coaster. Maybe the one thing you've never done before is to stay gone. Right? Maybe that's something new for you. Or it's just take up pottery. I took up paint by numbers. Like when I have like a Sunday or something, like some free time, I'm just kind of like, get my coffee and I'm like, painting by numbers. Too cold to garden. There's nothing growing. But I enjoy it. I'm an old lady. But I enjoy it. I have so many hobbies, you guys. And I hope you do too. And as a matter of fact, if you do, what are your hobbies? Leave me a comment. What things do you like to do? What do you enjoy that you do? Like I have a friend. She loves to hike. She hikes as much as she can. She's like way younger than me, and just that's her thing. And I would hike too, but she goes real far to go hiking. We don't have any hills around where I live. But that's her thing. That's her passion. That's her hobby. What is yours? What do you like to do? What brings you joy? What's that one thing that you get into whenever you get into it, and it's like Calgon, take me away. Everything, all your troubles are gone. You get it like a reprieve. Leave me a comment and let me know what they are. I love to hear it. Look, you got new love. New love is coming. Don't worry. Everything's in due time. Okay? Everything's going to happen in due time. But, don't forget to stop and smell the roses. That's what I'm hearing. Because you're going to attract. When you're not paying attention, when you're focusing on yourself and doing what you love and enjoying what you love, that's when you attract the most people. But you also have to use your discernment, because even though just because you attract people doesn't mean you have to take them. You have to stop. If you're attracting someone and you're like, they're interesting, it's up to you to find out what they're about. Look, I attract mosquitoes in the middle of the summer when I'm sitting outside at night. I don't want them. So I'm very discerning. Get away, get away, get away. Just because I'm attracting it doesn't mean it's good for me. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't know, I got tongue-tied there. All right, let's get some Chinese signs here. Who am I talking to? Virgo. Which Virgo? Which Chinese sign is the Virgo that I'm more specifically talking to? Year of the dragon, year of the monkey, year of the horse, year of the ox, the rooster, the pig, the rabbit, and the rat. All right, another message. So if you don't know what your Chinese sign is, all you need to do is go onto Google or Bing or whatever you use and look up Chinese sign and then type in the year of your birth. And it will just come right up and it will show you. And take that into consideration along with your sun sign, and in terms of your relationships and who you are and how you are in your love relationships. Look at your Venus, because your Venus is all about relationships and love. What sign is the planet Venus in your chart? Mine's in Cancer, which is why I am crazy for my kids. Very emotional and attached to my family. And that speaks out strongly, So look at that as well. But do also read about your Chinese sign. It's very important. Okay, you do have the Six of Cups here. Children or childhood, just so I was talking about. Revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child. There may be a return of people or romances from your past, and that might be more heightened during this Mercury retrograde that we're coming into soon. I think it's tonight. Is it March? No, March 14th and 15th is the lunar moon in Virgo. I'm going to look that up, so maybe I'll do a video on that. You might be romanticizing how things used to be. And you know what I'm feeling just right now? I don't know what this thing is called, but when someone reaches the end of life, right before they pass away, they always have a surge of energy. And I don't know if there's an actual term for that, but we all know exists, right? And I always feel like they come to so that they can kind of say goodbye to everybody in some ways. And I feel like that's what's happening here with this relationship. There's a surge of energy of revisiting the past, okay, before this connection you have here officially is over. Because I feel like it's officially over. But there's this, like I said, one last stop before it's done. And I feel like this is more so based on a decision you're making. If you are the Virgo listening and you're like, I don't want it to be over, that's fine. This isn't the reading for you. I'm speaking to those of you who are in this place in your life where it is time to move on. This lesson has completed. This soul contract has finished. Some of you might not be there yet. Some of you might still have a few more lessons to go. But like I said, some of you are standing at the exit. You were just waiting for that bell to ring because you have finished your homework. You are done. You have finished. You have learned all you could possibly go. Keep going back. Now it's just like repeating, freshman year of college over and over and over. No, you want to progress and keep moving. So some of you still have lessons to learn. Some of you, you just might be stuck in this repeating old pattern, this cycle, and now you got to break this cycle. And some of you are like, no, there's nothing else left here for me to learn. I've learned it. All right, so that Mercury retrograde might bring that surge of that resurgence of energy. Communication. There might be closure given, or there might be, I don't know, anything. It might just be hi bye. It might just be happy birthday. It might be anything. But it's definitely going to reappear before this month is up for sure. All right. All right. Libra, Scorpio, Aries. Twice. 2 Aries. All right. I think that was September 4th, September 10th, September 3rd, September 1st, September 9th, September 7th. August 31st, again. 77, 91. September 19th, September 14th, September 17th, September 13th, September 11th. 49, 79, 74, 47, 43, 310, 913, 717, 914. I have a song in my head. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in a spider web, so leave a message and I'll call you back. A likely story. Leave a message and I'll call you back. Is that Spiderwebs? From, who sang that, y'all? Gwen Stefani. What was the name of her group back in the 90s? Is it called Spiderwebs? I think it is. Song. I don't know. Just, you know how it goes. It just comes out of nowhere. That might be significant for someone, that song. I don't know. Somebody's singing it. All right. Getting this X initial, this letter X a lot. And I don't... Leave me a comment if that resonates for you. You have U, letter U. You have T. You have P. You have K. You have W. You have J. WKJP. Didn't I call it? So I called out a radio station. Was it a TV show? Cincinnati or so, WKRP in Cincinnati. All of you, I couldn't believe all the comments I saw. All of you were like, yes, I remember. I guess, was that Lonnie Anderson in that TV show? WKRP in Cincinnati. I don't know. For some reason, radio stations keep showing up here. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if that is a radio station. Someone's in Utah. There's a connection to Utah. and Wyoming and Wisconsin. Oh, connection to China. Somebody's name is Zhu. X-U? Zhu? Somebody has an XP? Is that a computer? XP. I don't know. JP? PJ? Somebody's looking at the weather? Looking at their weather map? Or watching the weather? Okay. Let's get your charms. Oh, I just heard Kentucky. Oh, weather. A weather thing in Kentucky. A big weather event in Kentucky. Somebody have a weather event in Kentucky. It's pretty significant. Oh, and maybe even Alabama. Kentucky, Alabama, somewhere down there. We've got a peach. This is a peach. Oh, Virgo. Some Virgos here got a nice peach. Let me just say. Somebody thinks you have a nice peach. And then we have a carrot. Okay. So let's not sexualize the fruit here. Okay? Peaches and carrots. Or somebody thinks somebody has a nice carrot. Okay. Let's just stop. We're going to stop right there. And we also have a pink lipstick. Oh, okay. The fruit's being sexualized. The fruit is being sexualized. Okay. Somebody's leaving. Oh, somebody has kiss lip tattoo on their derriere. Just heard. Ow. I guess that would hurt. I don't know. Pink lipstick. Very pink. Somebody loves that pink lipstick. Or wears that pink. It's just pink. It's all they wear. They're like, give me the pink. That's it. I don't want the red. I don't want the bronze. I don't want any color but the pink. Just pink lipstick. Or maybe a sheer pink. It could be something for the summer. But it is a spring color. You know, the spring. Pink flowers. Fruits growing on the trees. Freshness. I'm feeling fresh. So fresh and so clean. Nobody closes me. I'm just so fresh and clean. All right, can we get one more charm? Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh and clean. So fresh and so clean. A lot of music coming in here. I'm not feeling these charms. All right, except for that one. I'm just singing here a love. Somebody's got a love of science. A love of science, a love of the planets, a love of outer space, a love of all things outer space, the space shuttles, that SpaceX, looking up at the stars, telescopes, NASA. There's a whole lot of, even just the planets, the moon and Saturn, and understanding how the planets. I will tell you, if you really want to understand your zodiac sign, rather than reading about Virgo, read about the planet Mercury. If you want to understand somebody else's zodiac sign, is like, so for Aries, for example, instead of reading all about Aries, read about Mars. And I do feel like if you're that Virgo, because obviously you must be if you're here, if you have an interest in astrology, it's not just about the zodiac, it's also about the planets. Like there's some signs that have double planetary rulers. So, for example, if you take Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, which are two very conflicting energies. They're very conflicting signs, where Mars is very fiery and passionate as a go-getter, and Pluto is like hides in the dark, is very cold and introverted. Those are very conflicting planets to rule that sign. I can't remember, obviously the sun rules Leo. If you want to understand how people operate, read about their planets. Definitely. And even in yourself, why Venus is in a particular house and what is Venus all about, right? It's just a little thing. Planets are very important. Okay, Virgo, so I'm going to leave your message there. I hope you enjoy the longer readings. We're back here. We're going to do the hours. I know some of you enjoy those. Thank you for your comments. You said you were happy that they were back and you enjoy them. Yeah, so, you know, I'll be back here tomorrow. So if you haven't hit the notification bell, please do. And make sure you tick all, not personalized, all, so that you get notified when I upload shorts or if I do a live Q&A, which I'll be introducing those again very soon. Yeah, so that's it. Please do put a like on the video. That helps the algorithm get my videos out and up there. It keeps it in line with the algorithm. And please subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. You don't have to, you know, but I do that. If you want to support the channel, your subscription, you know, hitting the subscribe button and the like button helps support the channel greatly. All right, you guys, so that's it. Thank you to the mods. We also have Jacqueline, who is our newest mod. Everybody welcome Jacqueline. Hooray. Welcome, Jackie. And thanks for being in the chat. Don't forget to leave me your comment of your favorite hobbies, because I do read the comments and I'll try to respond if I can. And yeah, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.